So today is World HIV Day, marking 40 years, and it's interesting that Nairobi is leading in East Africa with HIV infections. So here it goes. Nairobi County now leads in new HIV infections in the country. Data from the National Syndemic Disease Control Council shows that in the last 1 year, Nairobi recorded more than 3,000 new HIV infections out of the 19,991 cases reported nationwide. The report shows new infections have risen by 19%, up from 16,752 to 19,991. Nearly half of all the new infections were concentrated in just 8 counties. Nairobi leading, followed by Migori, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Busia, Siaya, Kakamega, and Nakuru. The data further reveals that infections remain highest among youth aged between 15 to 34 who form the bulk of the new cases. Meanwhile, I'm just reading from Citizen, it says AIDS-related death increased to 21,007 in the same period. The youth aged between 15 and 34. Why is Nairobi leading? It's because Nairobi is the hub of evil and wickedness. Some of the things zile madhambiwa zina happen in this city, in these clubs, in those toilets, in those Airbnbs. Kwanza the Airbnb culture, it just, oh my gosh. Isn't it this? Anyways, I'm not discouraging, by the way, I love Airbnbs. My previous TV shows were filmed at, we'd book Airbnbs to shoot and then after we are done. But the things that even the cleaners of those Airbnbs come across, from the used condoms, I don't know what, blood, stains, drugs, like crazy stuff. And people are just, recklessly engaging, The hookup culture in Nairobi is insane. People are hooking up. Like somebody's going to the club, amekaa pale kwa counter but anapimia ule mzaa yako pale. And people just hook up and they do it without protection. So I remember at some point there's actually a religious organization that had specifically gathered to pray for the youth in Nairobi, especially in the entertainment, those social public places where things that are happening. I had no idea that, there's strip clubs in Nairobi, and these hookup clubs. Anyways, let me just point out to you some of the counties with the highest infections as well, in terms of numbers still. Nairobi is leading with 3,045, Migori with 1,572, Kisumu 1,341, Mombasa, Homa Bay rather with 1,180, Busia 886, Siaya 873, Kakamega 835, Nakuru with 819. This is terrific, man. And this again just comes from the new infections of 19,991 from 16,782 up. Gosh, you guys use protection, man. People are not who you think they are. Yeah, never joke with your health. Take care. Yeah, and if you know you're infected, please tell a person. Also, this hookup culture thing. And people also don't like testing. When was the last time you went to test for HIV? Unajua kuna kuanga na ile like you'll F around and find out. Like you'll find what you're looking for if you go to test. No, it's about taking care of your health and staying safe. Not just for you, but for your loved ones, right? So please, when was the last time you went for an HIV test? I'd like to know when. Me, I'll tell you at the comment section.